talking to a television actress, and she told me that she also had to face a lot of, comments on the way she looked.
Of course.
Beauty standards in our industry.
Yeah.
How much have, people become progressive with that, or, you still have to deal with the pressures of looking a certain way?
I think there's definitely endless pressure of looking a certain way.
Okay.
And it's whether you buy into that, spiel or not.
Right.
And I think you're better off not buying into that spiel, because now there's so much work for people of all shapes and sizes and all kinds of looks, because life is full of people with all shapes and sizes and all kinds of looks and skin colors and skin textures and hair color, and and if art is becoming more realistic, then we require people who look like real human beings and not perfect mannequins. And homogenized kind of looks are so boring, and everybody looks the same. I want to see flaws. I want to see your zits. I want to see, texture on your skin. I want to see a white hair. It's so fun,
Right.
and it's so much more interesting and sexy. And on women, there's endless pressure, right? There's endless pressure to look a certain way. You have to be fit. You have to be this, but you can choose to buy into it or not. And of course, there's a system you're fighting against when you're saying that I choose not to buy into it because it's rigged against you. But I'd say to hell with it, really.
So in the show, Vidushi is battling with self-belief and self-doubt.
Yes.
She's constantly in that war. If you have to tell me a story from your real life where, you've battled with self-belief, self-doubt, come triumphant out of it, what would that story be?
I mean, sometimes you get on stage or doing a gig, and sometimes audiences are just like, there's no hand dancing and all. And then you're like, oh my God, that gig bombed. We were really bad. And you get off, you're thinking that the whole time. And you get off stage and they're like 20 people rush to you and they're like, that was so amazing. And you're like, oh? Because then I came off stage being like, oh my God, that really sucked. They hated us. They didn't like our music at all. It was so bad. And then people come running to be like, oh my God, can we get a photo? It was so good. And so, yeah, I mean, it shows up in all sorts of tiny ways. Yeah.
Also, in this show, your character has its own challenges when it comes to friendship and relationships.
Yes.
On that aspect, how good or bad is Saba?
How good or bad is that in my real life?
Yeah, in friendships and relationships in real life, how good or bad is Saba?
Okay, touch wood. I'm being very Victorian right now, touching wood. But I think I have a beautiful set of friends and very old, deep friendships that have lasted the test of time. And they're strewn across the world and across the country, but we remain each other's, support system. I think I've been extremely lucky with my friends, and I've been blessed with the kind of human beings that are in my life, and I'm so thankful that they continue to be in my life and love me. Yeah.
Absolutely. And next is Bandar that's coming.
Yes.
5th June is
It's right here.
Yes.
Yeah.
If you can tell me about, the story, not the story, but, about the film, whatever you can share. And it's an Anurag Kashyap world, so,
Yeah.
You can expect it to be dark in all the senses.
Yeah.
So, how's your experience been with Bandar? What are your expectations with it?
Firstly, I mean, what an amazing set to be on. As a theatre actor, it was really liberating to be on a set where script was just a map, and it wasn't, it wasn't the end all and be all. It was like, okay, here's the script, but now you do what you want, and go, improvise. And to be surrounded by other theatre actors who were also that free and able to do the same thing was just and I was just looking at everyone in absolute admiration because such brilliant actors were a part of it. So that was really fun. Bobby Deol is just fantastic. Sanya is amazing. So honestly, it was such a pleasure being on that set.